Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall, everybody. We're playing our Argonian Whispers in Shadow. Our main skills are Archery, which we've mastered. Short Blade, which we are on our way to mastery. And Critical Strike, which is lagging behind everything. All three are Agility skills, which is why the first thing we did was pump our Agility to 90. Very important. Next up, we got Lockpicking and Pickpocketing. We're working on our Thievy skills. Lockpicking is important so we can get promoted in the Archaeologist Guild. But other than that, not too much going on. For our minor skills, we got Stealth and Mercantile. And then our magics, we got Restoration, Mysticism, and Thaumaturgy and Illusion. The idea of Restoration restores our stamina. Mysticism lets us teleport. Thaumaturgy lets us levitate. And Illusion we just tacked on for no reason. For our actual factions, we are a Master of the Temple of RK, which means we've basically hit max rank. It's very good, very good. As far as the Fighters Guild, we're a champion, so we're like 1 or 2 ranks below mastery of the Fighters Guild. The Thieves Guild, we're a ringleader, so we're, again, 1 or 2 ranks below max. In the Archaeologist Guild, we're a novice, which means we're like 2 ranks in, and we got a long way to go. We actually have more reputation with the Archaeologist Guild than any other faction. The problem is the Archaeologist Guild, they do not have the skills that my character has, basically. They use language skills, and my language skills aren't great, to be honest. Like 9 Dragonish, 6 Daedric, you know, so on. Now, thankfully, they do count lockpicking in their skills. So, as my lockpicking goes up, because they're dirty thieves, that just care about cultural significance. Kind of funny. So, yes. It's, that's pretty much it. Is we don't have the skills that they value. Now, let's see here. We are going to now have a look at our location. So, for those who are unaware, we headed over to Wayrest earlier. We went down, met the princess, who's best girl in the Elder Scrolls, at least Daggerfall. And after we met her, we went down to the Dragontail Mountains, and we went ahead and talked with Manny Marco, the King of Worms. And then we went over to Tegonis, and we're currently in the marshlands in Tegonis, on our way down over to this little region, where those who have seen the beginning, they hate us. They hate us so much. Yeah, that's about it. We're going to be going through there to Sentinel. Sentinel is where we're probably going to set up our house and finally get established somewhere. We are going to begin our journey as soon as we make sure we're not getting horribly soaked. No warmth. Armor's a bit stuffy. Rain's soaking me. Okay. Well, maybe we aren't going to head on out right away. We're actually going to hit this button, reload really quick, because we don't want to get soaked, so we're going to just leave here. Very good. We are indoors now. Let's go ahead and unequip all the things and figure out what we want to do. We are naked in the inn. No one cares. Especially not Miss Wibble Wobble. Yes. Okay, so we are going to instead... Not this room. Maybe that room. Definitely not that room. Alright, this'll do it. Okay, so... what we're gonna do now is... I mean, she was dressed about as much as he was. Let's see here. We are not drenched, so... What we're going to do is we're going to dress warmly. So we're going to put on a surcoat. Green surcoat with a nice long skirt. Assuming these are in good condition. They are in good condition. Then we're going to put on a cloak. And then we need to put on a... Double checking. We need... the skirt will do, but we need boots. Boots will do. And put on a red cloak as well. What else do we need? Is there anything else we need? Gauntlets. That'll just about do it. I think we're good for travel now in the rain. So, we're just going to save this. Mm-hmm. Right. Your stomach rumbles. Damn it! Okay, sir. Give me stew. Thank you. Alright. Biologically, an Argonian would be compatible with another race, but they wouldn't be able to produce offspring. They would be able to do specific actions, but those actions wouldn't result in a child or anything. Let's see here. Yes, lizard jumped onto that table. Give me stew! Yes, exactly. You figured it out. Let's buy a long skirt and an extra cloak. Oblivion. It's a great concept, but it means I can't use my favorite Morrowind mods, which automatically makes it inferior to just doing an OpenMW loadout. Okay. Let's see here. We are going to make our next trip over to Birken Hall. That's 7 hours away. I don't know if I want to go all that way. Thatch Court. Yeah, these are all so far away. You know what? Let's try a different direction. Let's go for this town over here. It's only 4 hours away. So we got to go west. Yes. Grilled cheese. Grilled cheese that you buy at restaurants are typically disgusting. You have to make them yourself. Almost always. I have only once had a good grilled cheese that was made by someone else. It has to actually be grilled. And you have to treat the bread properly. That is, you have to, like, put oil on it and everything. If you don't make a grilled cheese sandwich properly, then it's usually not grilled, and it's also disgusting. Alright, let's see here. This way. Now, since OpenMW is reverse engineered, it could lead to Oblivion Skyrim assets. I mean, you're talking about when you're talking about OpenMW, and you're like, okay, so basically what you want to know is you want to know if we could do this. Their technology hasn't changed very much since Morrowind. The plugin types are different, but yeah, there's a reason the developers don't want to move very much. Notice that it does the pop-ups and everything properly in the Morrowind engine? Like when you mouse over something? Do you think they didn't change much because they can't code? Well, either they can't code or there's something terribly wrong on the management level. Like, Bethesda seriously has issues on, in one or the other, possibly both. I'm talking about Bethesda Game Studios, the main studio. You would bet on bad management? It might be a combination. Keep in mind that people often get promoted out of their area of expertise. You look at people like Emil, who was the creative lead. Yeah, they just ported the Skyrim assets into the open Morrowind engine because they could. Because, you know, they didn't change much at all. We're talking about, look at the rolls of paper and everything, the books. They all translate perfectly. The doors work. I mean, they haven't changed much at all since Morrowind. Man. All right. Ooh. Let's continue. Wait, enemies nearby. Bears! Run! We got bears? One bear dead. Bears are known as pack hunters, you know. Got it. Over the head, slash, slash. Let's grab my arrows out of the corpse. Pluck arrows, pluck arrows, pluck arrows. We're gone. Very good. See how we're doing right now. Alright, let's see here. No bear meat. I know, right? You should be getting, all the animals you kill, you should be getting meat from them. And possibly even pelts. Give me a second here. We need to eat an orange. An apple. And an no, we can't eat the orange yet. Fine. Ooh. Oh, we're going back through the desert. No, we're going back through the swamp. I like how the swamp and desert are just like a straight line. They did not really anticipate people running through the wilderness like this. Especially with the kind of view distance I have. Oh, boy. Ah, here we go. We arrived at town. Are we soaking wet? No, we're good. We're in good condition. Alright, Festering Rascal, Feathering Rascal. I was going to say Festering Rascal. That is the best name for a tavern. Oh, here we go. Superior supplies. Good. Dagonis can be desert, swampy, and snowy at the same time. Well, any biome in this game can be snowy. Yeah, snowy can happen anywhere. Buy a bandage, yes. Sanguine's Rose, how nice. You'd be going after Ariel's bow. That way you can be Super Archer Man. And alright, let's get going. We don't need to be here. We're gonna save it under, this was my chance to stay and not, die of bad elements here. Good. Next town. Moving on to the next town. We're slowly making our way over to Sentinel. We got one more kingdom to go through after this one. We're being watched. Proceed with caution, please. And we failed. We've got centaurs trying to ambush me. We got this. One centaur down. Two centaurs down. Switch to my dagger, please. There we go. Got it. What did we get? Gold pieces. An elven mace. Now that's worth getting. Pick the other corpses. At the very least, we can get our arrows back, yes. Arrows, Daedric Warhammer. Well, that's our money. Elven arm guard. Daedric can't carry any more stuff. Well, damn. Shove the Warhammer in there. Shove the 2,000 gold in there. And now, we can carry the Daedra Heart. Very good. Everything else is trash. Let's go. Oh, a giant spire north of town for no reason. Oh, that's just the west end of Tigonis. Let's see here. Oh, right here? Yeah. We'll go check it out. Why not? That sounds fun. It's only 20 hours away. Well, we have to do bit by bit here. Like how we're in the desert right next to the swamp. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. There are no issues here. Back in the swamp again. And we're gonna go back to the desert. God, these borderlines are insane. Like just how they drew indicators about where the land switches up its biomes. Oh boy. Alright, hostile encounter, try to avoid. I mean, to be fair, it's almost as shocking in Skyrim when you go from one biome to another. Like, oh, it's the Rift. Oh, now it's snowy. Oh, now it's, you're in Whiterun. Oh, now you're in Riften. Like, these biomes really shouldn't be next to each other. I mean, here, possibly. Is that a skull? That's a skull. Yeah, I've seen skulls, graveyards that look like skulls, and graveyards that look like male genitals. So, the people who made this, absolutely knew what they were doing. Dwarfen skull there. It's supposed to be a sword! Yes, and swords are innuendo, don't you know? Alright. Emperor Supply Store. Very good. Let's check this place out. And we don't need any food right now. Buy 20 arrows. That's good. We don't have enough arrows after all. Look at this. We only have 6,658 arrows. Alright. Let's go ahead and grab... let's eat a fish and an orange. Another orange. Can't eat bread yet. Fine. Good. Good, good, good. Mm-hmm. Alright, the next major city is 4 hours away. Oh, however will I take on gangs of centaurs? Yeah, exactly. Packs of bears. Bears are pack hunters, don't you know? Eyes cross in both then going both directions. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Oh boy, it is hot today. You say a flock of bears, but remember that crows come in a murder. So you figure... I'm figuring harpies should also come in a murder. That sounds about right. Here we go. Give Numidium to the bears. I've told this story on my streams before, but there was this guy who realized that a specific spell in Dungeons & Dragons existed called Awaken, or Awakening, or something like that, where a non-intelligent creature could be given sentience, right? And it would gain intelligence. It would gain the ability to speak and basically gain all the powers of a basic NPC. So the guy worked with his GM to see if he could play an intelligent raptor, because there were these raptors on an island off the Sword Coast in the Forgotten Realms, and he wanted to just say that a wizard imported one of these raptors and then use the awakening ritual on it to give it sentience. And then he wanted to play as that intelligent raptor. And what he did is he spec'd the raptor, like he got really good rolls. and he spec'd this raptor into disguise and social skills, made him a bard, okay? So here's the thing. Every time he, like, his party would try to insight check him to see if through his disguise, he would roll perfectly. And the party would just be like, the GM would go, you see, just a normal guy. Well, there's nothing odd about him. And, you know, even though they were adventuring with a raptor. And it was the great, it was the great deception that he was a raptor disguised as a human. And they'd constantly, like, the party kept constantly trying to insight check him to see if they could figure out, hey, you know, there's something off about this guy. Oh, my Daedric dagger broke. Oh, no. It doesn't matter. We got another one. Don't run away, giant. All right. But yeah, so basically, he spent all his time as this raptor bard. And, it was just amazing. He kept thinking that, okay, this is where I get discovered, right? This is where I get discovered. And, no. He went half the adventure, just passing his skill checks and convincing everyone that he was just a normal human. Even though he was playing a raptor bard. Alright. It's raining. It's dark. Yes. Let's go. He didn't have a top hat, but he was wearing Noble's finery. Yes. Alright. Let's see here. Going up this way? That is a smiley face, yes. Alright, we're going, we're in town, it's night, so we're gonna go over to the Thieves Guild and get some training. Oh god, it's a vampire! She just shot at me! What the hell? Alright, let's use our holy water on her. The power of RK compels you. Be gone, vampire. She's dead. Yes. We're good. Go. Thieves Guild. Yes. Dwarven Flail. Coins. More coins. That's fine. Give me training, sir. Yes. Train me in lockpicking. Maybe I can actually get a lockpicking skill up this time. Oh, that's never happening. Okay, Naven Helmet is. Let's go to sleep. Our food's getting ripe. I better eat it. Moldy bread and some molding fish and a molding orange. Yay! We just devour mold. We are the mold eater. Still in Wayrest? My goodness, no. We're in the jungle of Tegonis right now. This is a jungle region. Then we move over to the deserts of Hammerfell. Yes, that's where we're going. Ooh. Well, I just went around the whole place when I should have just gone in. Hello, sir. Room for the night, thank you. Going upstairs. Dive into this room. Good enough. No? No, it isn't. These rooms are pathetic. We have a room that isn't just a door and a bed. Okay, there's at least some space here. God. Stamina. Healing. Jumping. Light. Buoyancy. That's all our magic. What's a tune?
Some people are born dumb. Like me, for instance.
Alright. Let's get going. So, what time is it? Ugh, it's 11. We wasted a good chunk of the day sleeping. Alright, fine. Give me some stew. Very good. There we go. We're doing pretty good. Where does that originate? The term tune originates from EverQuest. So the idea is that originally in RPGs we called them characters, right? But when there was a shift, okay, when people started selling their characters, selling their accounts, and showing off the gear that they have on their character, it became not someone you're role-playing as. Rather, it became something that you owned, right? So you own your tune, and you sell your account, which has your tune on it. That's where the concept tune came from, is it became an object that you own as opposed to a character that you role-played. And I mock it. I've always mocked it, even since the days back in the 90s when the term originated. Yeah. It marked a shift in perspective of the general population from, oh goodness, I think it's a little hot here. Yeah. On days like this, you should dress as light as possible. Got it. The game's saying, hey, it's too hot. Take off your cloaks. Oh boy. Okay, I think this is good. Switch to a short skirt. Perfect. We should be fine now. Yeah, we're good. We might get sunburned though. Let's throw on one light cloak. We've got the thick furry cloaks, and then we got these are the formal cloaks are the ones for warming yourself up. This is just for covering yourself from the sun. There we go. All right. Ooh. Good enough. Let's see. Is there anything I need to do in this town? I don't think so. I got my training at the Thieves Guild. I don't need to buy anything else. I'm actually good to go. Let's figure this out, though. Okay. So what we have to do now is we have to eat, actually, no, we're in good condition. We don't need to eat anything. All right, well, in that case, let's head on over to Zenerjet. Yes, whoops. I exited the wrong side there, so we got to go up here. That's the way I got to go. Might as well go by a store while we're at it. Let's go to Bargain Shields and sell off a couple things really quick, since we're already committed to going back through this town. It's like, if I have to, that's fine. So, go over here, have a chit-chat with these people. Nothing there. There. Yes. All right. He does not sell anything worth selling. So, buying. Let's sell the Daedric Warhammer because we don't need that. All right. This looks great. That should do it. I like how I have extra sets of Daedric armor now. This is already worn. Doesn't matter. Sell it. 20,000 gold. Let's do it. Paid with a letter of credit. Damn right. Argonian belly buttons.
Could it be more?
Alright. I mean, they gave Argonians mammary glands, for God's sakes. Yes. It's true. It's true.
Could it be more?
All right. We're gonna go this way. God, I can't believe I went out the wrong side of the city. Okay. Oh, we're almost to the swamp. Something gathering. Oh, I'm not gonna pick any fruits from the trees. Go away. Hostile encounter. Try to avoid. Failed to avoid. What do we got? What wants to fight me? You! You! Bandit tree. Few grapes in the victim's pockets, apparently being saved for later consumption. God, warm grapes in the desert? That sounds terrible. Just set them out and let them prune. Make some raisins. Yes. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds pretty disgusting. The real reason they did not change the outfits, or didn't, the real reason Argonian women have breasts isn't a lore reason. It's because they didn't want to model an extra race. And in Oblivion, they just wanted a male body and a female body. And then the tails are actually an equipment slot that the player can't access normally. If you have the cloaks mod, the cloak actually occupies the tail slot, so the tail disappears when the cloak is equipped. Kind of funny. Alright, let's get going. That if only that stopped players from speculating. Of course, we're going to the essential chemicals. Hello, sir. I'm here at the essential chemicals to sell some things that like saint hair and root tendrils, twigs, red berries, yellow berries, and maybe, yeah, that's fine. We can sell those. Okay. Oh. Well, the lore community likes to come up with all kinds of reasons. Headcanon and quote-unquote popular canon. Number one, headcanon, isn't actually canon. That's number one. Number two, it's, it doesn't make it any less stupid. Alright. Let's continue. We know you like your idea. You just said it. I know, right? And yet some of the best mods have their own lore based on those mods. People hate it, though. Because, you know, it's unfitting with the keep it simple stupid that Bethesda's been throwing us for a while.
What's the story with Bethesda stories? How do we make our stories? KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. This is my own personal rule for myself, right? Keep it simple, stupid. What does that mean? When I'm coming up with a story for a game, I like to concentrate on strong central themes. You know, Skyrim. Skyrim is a game about dragons, right? Even in the studio. What is the game about? It's about dragons. But the story is not really about dragons, right? It is about the lone hero. It is much more biblical than a lot of the other stories we've done. It's about the Dragonborn, the Dovahkiin, is much more of a messiah sort of character.
He's confusing a savior with a messiah. Number one. Number two, The Neverine was a much more, much closer analog than anything he could come up with. Alright, let's see here. But it's okay, right? Because when Emil moves on, he's going to become creative lead instead of lead writer, right? So they're going to hire a good writer to replace him, right?
What do you look for when considering a new writer?
That's a tricky one. Actually, our designers are our writers. So obviously we look at writing samples. It's another thing where most people who do video games tend to overwrite. We overwrite. Like, we write way too much stuff. Most people who play Fallout, I watch them play it, we wrote all this brilliant stuff. And they get to a guy and they're like just jamming the button, shut up, 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 shut up. Oh, that's who I kill, thanks. So I think the trickiest thing to do is to write really short things, just to get the information across. But our writer, we don't have anyone as a sole writer. They're also quest designers, level designers. So if you're looking for that kind of thing, we would look for, like, on a quest design, you really have to understand some programming language. We'd look for a quest, like, here's what the player does, here's what the characters say, that kind of stuff.
There you go. All right, let's continue. Said Beyond Skyrim has more writers than Bethesda, technically? Yes. He said writers are designers and programmers, but they also do Q&A. I'm sure they do. Alright, what have we got here? Brigands. Brigands and tigers, oh my. Pretty sure I can deal with the tigers. Shouldn't be a problem. We got this. Alright, we are getting kinda late. So we're gonna cast stamina once. We're going to eat something. Give me bread. Give me fish. Give me orange. Bread, fish, and orange. By the way, we just arrived in town. That's how far away we were. I just couldn't see it because it got dark. Beyond Skyrim is a project to recreate good chunks of Tamriel in the Skyrim program. So the idea behind about Beyond Skyrim, it's not like Morrowind, it's not like Sky Oblivion or Skywind. It's going to take place in the Fourth Era when Skyrim is taking place. So the idea is that you could take your character and just cross the border into Cyrodiil, and you'd end up in Bruma, and you'd be doing quests there during the same time period as your character in Skyrim. That's basically what that is. Just really quick grabbing some bandages. Yeah, it's like Tamriel rebuilt in Project Tamriel for Morrowind. Alright. They've got quite a bit done. Like the Cyrodiil project and the Iliac Bay project are chugging along, and like I'm very, very enthused with what I've seen. Alright. That room. Room looks good. Yep. I'm all in. I'll sleep here. Very good. Let's go ahead and cast jumping. Light. Jumping. Buoyancy. Balm. Yep. Balm. Stamina. Getting restoration skill up. Basically trying to raise our different magic schools by before I sleep. because I'm going to regain these magic points anyway by virtue of sleeping, so why not just use them for some spell practice. 6 a.m. 2 more hours should do it. Yeah, 9 o'clock. Everything should be nice. Very good. Okay, it's raining, so we need to make sure we are bundled up and covered. There we go. That's better. Con, Iliac Bay is 3 kingdoms. We got Daggerfall, Wayrest, and Sentinel. The powers got solidified during the warp in the west. AKA, we need to put this in a smaller world space. That's a no on Lubu. And yet, Fate Extella has Lubu. And he's not a girl. Well, actually, if you play the mobile game, Fate Grand Order, then you can buy Saint Quartz, and you can summon a female Lubu. He's wearing a bikini. Yeah, I don't care. Let's go this way. So... I'm sorry, I don't play Morrowind in the vanilla engine anymore. I play it in the open-sourced OpenMW engine, just like I'm playing Daggerfall in the Daggerfall Unity engine. I very much, I very much wouldn't touch the vanilla engine again, unless I had to, for some reason. Alright. Let's go ahead and avoid the encounter. Well, failed to avoid the encounter. Centaurs! Well, you have to understand something. Morrowind was my favorite Elder Scrolls game up until the Daggerfall Unity engine came out. I constantly went, like, I was able to withstand the regular engine. But if I had to go vanilla engine against vanilla engine, Morrowind would win hands down. Because, like, oh, I got a Mithril Helm, nice. Daggerfall is just too buggy in its vanilla state to enjoy for me anymore. Whereas, Morrowind, on the other hand, is a lot better than Daggerfall on the bug front. And that's mainly attributed to the lead programmer of Daggerfall not really having any kind of guides on game design, not really understanding best practices in terms of programming. He's grown a lot since then. However, there were not college courses back then that told you, okay, these are the best practices for programming. Now, that didn't exist. People had to figure it out themselves. Alright. In Unity, do you have to swing your sword? Only if you want directional attacks. Like if Yandere Dev worked at a major studio. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's more like, Con, most of the, and I don't mean all of them, but most of the major studios were kind of like that back then. Like, Ultima Underworld was a mess. I love it, but there's a reason why people are making custom engines for that game because it's a mess. Yeah, so go. It's funny because Yandere Simulator as a concept is actually pretty compelling. This deranged person going around killing love interests of their rival, of their potential lover. Like, exploring that would be really cool, but instead the game focused on panty shots and, you know, like, real, the worst of anime bullshit. And that's because it's run by someone who's insane. Alright. Buy an orange and salted fish, since our other stuff is going to decay soon. Buy a bandage. Anyway, Twitch banned Yandere Simulator because it focused on, like, a big chunk of the gameplay loop was sneaking around taking photos of underage girls' underwear, basically, like peeking up under their skirt and taking pictures. And so Twitch looked at that and said, no, we don't want this. Alright, how we doing? We are warmly dressed. How's our cloak doing? New. Our cloak is almost, our shirt is almost new. Probably switch up. Yeah, we'll switch to a different shirt. There we go. Yandere Dev refuses open source. Oh boy. Well, I mean, look at what is its game? Skyrim Together, and it's like crusade against open source. And then it turns out they were using code that they shouldn't have had, and they, despite people declaring they did not, they still had to go back and refactor a lot of stuff. Like, how can you, on one hand, declare you stole nothing, and then on the other hand, go back and refactor a bunch of your old code because you had accusations? Like, yes. Said Yandere Simulator code was leaked by one of the guys who tried to help him. That's funny and also expected. Hid the code because it's horrible. Well, yeah. We know about that. Ooh. Oh, Skyrim Together's had some decent progress. The problem is it doesn't really work to any kind of professional standard. If you want wonky topsy-turvy gameplay that doesn't really follow the rules, then Skyrim Together's your game. Just wacky, insane Skyrim hijinks. Like NPCs flipping around and flying places, you know, like, think about all the problems that the vanilla engine has, and greatly exacerbate them. I'm gonna eat these oranges. Too disgusting. Damn shame. We're gonna drop this orange and watch as it becomes a treasure pile. Yeah, that orange is an error. Alright. Good. Do you recommend a for or against an overpowered mage build for your first playthrough? No, I don't really recommend it for your first playthrough. For your first playthrough, my recommendation is as follows. Pick your favorite weapon, probably swords. Then pick critical strike, and then pick restoration. You're going to get a nice balanced experience where you hack and slash things, you do a lot of damage, and you heal. Then, you know, for your other skills, just go with magics and dodge, maybe medical. But as long as your primary skills are your favorite weapon, critical strike and restoration, you're fine. Let's see here. Ooh. Nah, the ambition wasn't the problem with the Elder Scrolls. It's the deadlines, more or less. Like, and the it's got to be management. It's either management or it's the programmers, one of the two. The engine itself isn't a problem. It's how it's being utilized. If you gave those same programmers and that same management team a new engine, I guarantee you they'd fuck it up. The old engine, or should I say the creation engine, is not that bad. It's just a series of tools that are chained together. A renderer and a few other things. Yes. I like how this guy's running around shouting that NetEase is not an MMO engine, despite the fact that an MMO was made in it. One of the first games made in it was an MMO. Like, it's not an MMO engine! Like, but one of the first games made in it was an MMO. Okay, let's see here. What time is it? Oh, it's getting late. Let's go ahead and grab some Thieves Guild training. Let's see. Major skills. Need more lockpicking training. Yes. They would have to relearn how to make the game in a new engine. But a lot of skills do not transfer. A lot of easy assist tools that they use were tailored to this engine. Like they have a lot of third-party middleware that won't work on another engine. Put it like that. Alright, we're going this way. Essential wares, essential supplies. Well, let's go to the essential wares shop first. God, always the wrong side. There it is. Incense and soft music. An expensive store. Give me a casual cloak. Fish. Yes. You know the old story, everyone. It's,
And that sometimes it doesn't just work.
Well, companies don't need to release full mod tools these days. What they need to release is documentation on what hooks they've included. Because keep in mind, a lot of games these days are being made in either Unity or Unreal Engine 4, and both of those have full development suites that people can take advantage of. You want to design a new level, if they actually had readable, like, terrain files, for example, they could easily do that. It's just that they're not documenting what, if any, hooks exist, and they aren't actually opening up their games to modding. Games that are in either Unity or UE4, like, as long as they create hooks in the game for modding, then the suites already exist with which to make mods. Therefore, modding tools are not necessary anymore. It's cool to have them. It's always cool to have them, but I mean, if they had decided... There's a lot of hoops they'd have to jump through in order to get, like a Bethesda-style open-world game running in UE4, but if they did run it in UE4, there are plenty of tools and they would not need to give us a creation kit. They would just need to know, they just need to know to make it well-documented and modder-friendly, as in, okay, this is the script that you would use to, you know, inject new, what do you call it, to run a new script, like, this is the function you'd use to run a new script instance. This is the file that you edit to call new files. This is the document, or sorry, this is the folder that you would put specific data files in. You know, things like that. And they would need to make sure that they would have an uncompiled version of not the executable, because that would be stupid, but rather certain resource files. That's it. All they would need is to include some resource files that people could edit. You said the creation kit made it noob-friendly. Yeah, I was good. What you said that, but Unity especially, and Unreal Engine even, are very simple. Very simple. Backdrop. I don't see any backdrop. Nope. Don't see any of that. Alright. Yes. Exactly. CK is noob friendly. Meanwhile, UE4 and Unity are drag and drop code. Yeah, that's why I was like, when I saw you said they made it noob friendly, I was like, I immediately thought of something, an experience of mine, but instead of relaying my experience, I'm going to instead type in the word Elder Scrolls. It's Skyrim 76. Here we go. Skyrim 76. This is let me really quick pull this up.
Hard putting it together, and believe me, if you think Skyrim is a buggy game, you should see the
let me see here. Ooh, here we go. I think it was this right here. Yeah.
a buggy game, you should see the SDK. It's inconceivable.
There you go. That's what came to mind. That line right there is what came to mind. Is that right there.
I want to spoil the whole story for you, as it did work pretty hard putting it together. And believe me, if you think Skyrim is a buggy game, you should see the SDK. It's inconceivable.
There you go. That's what came to mind the moment you were like, oh, it's more friendly. Like, not that one. A personal experience came to mind, and then I'm like, how do I best tell the story? I'm like, wait a second, I don't have to. There's a video. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, we need a new seer code. Sir, we need to sell you my my worn seer code. Almost new is garbage. It's almost new, practically junk. Okay. Almost new, it's junk. Anything that's almost new, we're getting rid of. Fine. I'm trying to figure out what was almost new. Just sworn something here was almost new. Oh well. Doesn't matter. It's fine. Yep, it's all fine. Sell those. Okay. There's a reason why OpenMW developers are slowly working on the OpenCK. It's not ready for general use, mind you, but There's a reason people are working on it. They wouldn't be working on it if there wasn't a point and purpose. All right. So, we're going to the Dirty Bird. This is the Dirty Bird. Yes. Yeah, your vanilla playthrough didn't encounter any of the game quest or game-breaking bugs. My first playthrough, I didn't encounter any either. But then it was also kind of boring. So, you know, I obviously further quests are not so much there. Okay. Perfect. Alright, we are going to sleep for a bit by casting Jumping, Buoyancy, Light. Oh no. The ceilings are too tall for me to do proper jump training. I'm gonna stand in the doorway and get a concussion. Excellent. Alright. Illusion skill up, lockpicking skill up. Need to sleep for 1 more hour. Let's get ourselves some stew. Very good. We are invigorated by the meal. Still raining, but we should be fine. My food is getting a bit ripe. Oh no. The moldy orange and the moldy apple, the moldy bread, whatever shall we do? We have to continue our journey. That's what we're doing. Blood on the ice has never worked properly for you? Yeah. If you do things slightly wrong or a script misfires, Blood on the Ice has about a 30% chance of working properly without unofficial patches. Alright. Let's see here. We're going down here. Final area. Do it. Can trainers train you above 50% proficiency? Not without mods. Alright. At any point in your save can be bricked. Yes, and you might not find out for 10 hours afterward. Yes. It's even better than that. There are files that, like in the vanilla engine, there's a DLL error that can get triggered by save files that have a certain data flag in it relating to Arvok in the the Skyrim DLC. The Dawnguard DLC, yes. Toga of Lightning! Behold the power of the toga! Lightning! I'm holding up the toga. I'm not even wearing it. I'm just holding up the toga and lightning bolts are shooting out of it. The power of the toga! Behold this toga! Yes, Khan. Someone 3D modeled a dagger and took screenshots of it in Blender, and then you're literally seeing the animations from the dagger in Blender. All right. We can see the spire right here, for God's sakes. Look at that place. It's a mountain. Oh boy. I love being soaked in water. Am I dead now? Yeah, I'm soaking wet. Great. Oh, that's a mountain. Well, this is pod racing. Is that a mountain? Yes! See that mountain? You can climb it. Yep. That's in the vanilla game, too. Okay. Gonna go this way. We should make camp and dry off. How about not? But we just cast stamina rapidly. There's nothing on top of it. We're going to town. We're in town. Very good. Archaeologist Guild. Sir. Potion seller. Alright, we got Restore Power. Potion of Purification. Potion of Stamina. Heal True Potions. Very good. Very good. We got all the potions we needed. Now, talk to Mr. Daggerfall Book. What have you got? Nothing. No, we got everything figured out, I guess. Let's head on over to a tavern, or we won't die. You should make camp and dry off. Alright. You said the game ran faster on Linux than Windows before they broke it with the kernel malware? Yes. But we're not talking about that today. There's something else we need to discuss in a little bit. On a... Go to the unfortunate goat. I'll go this way first. Metalworks. The ladies' metalworks. Very good. Buy some arrows? Sure. Daedric, right? Pauldron, how much do you want for it? You can't carry any more stuff. Damn. Well then, shove it in the wagon. Or sell it. Let's sell it. You want to do that? No. No, we don't, actually. They want 114,000. I can barter it down to 80,000. I'm not buying a pauldron for 80,000. But it's Daedric. I know. Still too expensive. Alright, let's go down to the Thieves Guild, get some training. Stamina. There we go. We're gonna get some training at the Thieves Guild. Then we're going to go immediately into the tavern right next to it. Sleep. Dry off. Yes. Gold Pit. Gold Pit is the tavern. We're gonna sleep. Alright, Thieves Guild. This is not one with the Guardian Pig. It's a different one. These look like taverns, but they're not really taverns, because you dive into here, and there's our skill trainer. Hello, sir. Train me in lockpicking thing. Very good. Very good. Alright. The tavern is a front. Yes. That's the point. Not a real tavern. Hello, sir. Room for the night. Yes. Give me food as well. Invigorated. So invigorated, we're gonna sleep. But not here. Okay. I spend about 30% of my time running Kubuntu. The rest of the time I'm poking around in Windows applications. If I decide to meddle around with a, what do you call it, a virtual machine, then I will ditch Windows for good and just run Windows on a VM. But I'm not ready to do that yet, especially considering most of my usable time has been consumed by streams. So I'll need to take some time off if I plan to really mess around with it. Okay. Yes. Very good. Should be better now. Yes. Yep, we're good. Rainy, but we're gonna spend the rest of the night here, I figure. Cast light a bunch. Get those illusion skill ups. Scare poison. Buoyancy. Yes. Alright. Radio. Time? 2 a.m. Let's just cast Buoyancy a lot. There we go. We're practicing spell casts. 6, 7, we're almost at 7 a.m. Very good. Let's grab a meal and get out of here. How are we doing in terms of our cloaks? Cloak is almost new, so replace it. The cloak is almost new. It definitely needs to be replaced. This was my chance to leave. Alright. Swamps. Food's getting a bit ripe. Yeah, that food's getting a lot ripe. Moldy bread. Salted fish. The orange. Oh boy. We need to buy new food. Let's go up here and buy some new food. Oh, it's the Witches' Festival. Yes. Sorcery and religion clash. The Mages Guild gets most of the business since weapons and items are evaluated for their mystic potential free of charge. And magic spells are half the price. Demonologists, conjurers, lamias, warlocks, thaumaturgists meet in the wilderness. And creatures are created or summoned that it may plague Tamriel for eons. Wise men choose not to wander at night. Oh boy, that's exciting. You have way too many channel points. Use them on giving Lord Woodborne a sombrero. That's what you should do. Give Lord Woodborne a sombrero. Also, you can flip Dagoth Wave horizontally. Champion Market. Yeah, here we go. We can get different food here. Hello, sir. The sombrero's gone? Really? That's sad. You think they'd hang on to it for a couple extra days, but nope. Alright. Oh, I can't even sell food here. Madness. Apple, orange, bread, salted fish. Good, 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 good. Grab some arrows, grab some bandages, grab another salted fish. Anything else? Arrows, bandages, and we're good to go. We got enough food for the next leg of the journey. I just wanted to check this area out. Hilarious, though. You can see that pillar in the distance. Yeah, that thing's frightening, isn't it? It is just a mountain. Just a vertical shaft that they created in the vanilla game. Like, that hasn't been altered by any mods, or it's just there. A flock of birds. Don't hunt them. Thank you. Okay. Witches Festival? No, all of the events still happen. Oh, there's a Mages Guild here. Let's go buy spells for half price, come to think of it. But yeah, all of the holiday events are vanilla. That's why ESO changes the dates slightly and goes, the real life holidays are now events in Elder Scrolls lore. They happen all week. Do them. Also, buy these Crown Store items. Alright. Mages Guild. Opens at 11. Makes me sad. It's 7 a.m. right now. Is there anything I can do in the meantime? Nope, I would have to wait till 11, but it's still better to wait as opposed to miss out on this great opportunity. Yes. You bought at least 100 crown crates? Ah, so you're that kind of person.
I do think I've been taken advantage of. Let's just keep this affair between the two of us.
Okay. Let's see here. Ooh. Everything was generated on Bethesda's end. When people think procedural generation, they think, oh, it's being generated on my computer right now? No, it was all generated on Bethesda's end, and then they hand-tweaked things. Yes. You don't have to buy expansions? Yes, you do. The quote-unquote chapters they charge you for, and then the minor DLCs are the ones you get for free. Sorry, not for free, but with the subscription. You get the minor old DLCs these days. The way they've set this up is their latest and their greatest, you always have to pay for. So if you want to be relevant with the newest gear, playing the newest content, you gotta pay, even if you're a subscriber. That's how ESO works. Their business model. Yes, you don't get Greymore as a part of the subscription. You will get a bunch of older content as a part of the subscription. But if you want the latest and greatest, you gotta pay for it. Yes, exactly. But ZeniMax Online Studios is like,
we've got to have money.
talk to this guy. He sells spells. Very good. Half price. Very good. Let's buy this antidote. 99 gold pieces. Banish Daedra. Yep. Grabbing some good spells. Calm Humanoid, please. Thank you. Charisma. Fortify my personality. Charm Mortal. We're buying all the spells since, all the ones we want. Because, invisibility, yes. It's cheap. Like, today, spells are half price. Jack of all trades. Nimbleness. Null magic. Open. The orc strength. Quiet undead. Distance. We're just buying each of the buff spells that we kind of want. Shadow form. Galador's mirror. Shield. Oh boy. Soul trap. Spell absorption. Spell drain. That doesn't do anything. No, that doesn't do anything. Spell reflection. Spear of negation. Here. Aim. Pacify animal. Yes. Tongues. Comprehend languages. Good stuff. Yes. Transfer health. Vampiric touch. That. Wizard lock. I'll lock those doors. Wisdom. That should do it. We've learned a ton of spells. Some of them are beyond us, mind you, but we've learned them. We spent the entire day learning tons of magic at the Mages Guild for half price because it was a holiday. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Yep. Magic reading, not normal reading. God, where am I going? It's a maze. Mages Guild maze. She sells spells as well. All the same spells? I think all the same spells. Wait, Troll's Blood. Regeneration. Yes. Troll's Blood might be a spell we want to use, actually. Sleep. Important. Paralysis. Yes. Yeah, she's got different spells. Hand of Sleep. Continuous fatigue damage. Let's do that. Yep, everything looks good. Very, very good. Save it just in case we forget something. Half price Magic Day. Okay, so we got half price Magic Day there. Can leave now. Oh, orcs? You see, the orcs are being discriminated against during Daggerfall's time. But the point at which orcs become people is yep. That would be at this point in Daggerfall. Yes.
Under the command of Gorthwalk, Dominion destroys the other powers of Neelian Bay, Daggerfall, Sentinel, and Wayrest. The new Orcish homeland is carved out in Osinium, and the Empire will never be able to dispute Gorthwalk's claim to Orcish equality.
One more time.
And the Empire will never be able to dispute Gorthwalk's claim to Orcish equality.
See? Orcish equality. Yep. Okay. We're going back over to the desert. We're in the swamp right now, but we're going to the desert. See that mountain? Yes, you can climb it. You have the climb skill. Alright. We're going back now. Orchard. Yes, yes, I know it's the Witches' Festival. Don't care. Are we hungry? We're hungry, okay. Let's eat this trash food. Putrid apple. Oh boy. Have some bread. Moldy orange and an apple. Very good. You're invigorated. Yes. But I mean, it's a plot point of this video game I'm playing right now. So, that's why you asked, like, is there a point at which they became good enough? It's like, yes. This game. Alright, we got a wereboar to fight. I knife fought a wereboar. Okay. Alright. Oh, it's hot. Too hot to be wearing what we're wearing. Let's equip our cooler clothes here. There we go. Nice sash. Not steal their props. Hopefully the guards won't come and kill me. As far as I know, the guards only come if you have a negative legal reputation. They'll notice, hey, that known criminal is stealing crops, basically. However, if your legal reputation is neutral or positive, then they don't notice this random Argonian, like, picking up all the crops for no reason. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I know the guards. Harvesting skill increased to 1%. 1%. Yay! Oh, it just procced. I got yellow flowers ×2. Oh boy. Gotta love those procs. Alright, let's get out of here. Going this way first. We're like running toward the Blackbird Tavern, but we're actually gonna turn around there. Yeah, that 1% chance of triggering is amazing. You're a rookie cotton picker now. Oh boy. Oh wow, and you know what's funny? The auto mod immediately picked that up as a racial slur. That's funny. I mean, for Argonians, it's true. So I'm gonna allow it, but the auto mod picked that up as a racial slur. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Twitch is on point. All right. Let's head on down to the Lurch Place. Yes. Put TS slurs in the auto mod. Yes. Zengi, thanks for subscribing. It's the one time the auto mod was correct, but well, yeah, we're talking about Argonian, so it's fine. I'm playing an Argonian. I stabbed someone earlier who was talking negatively about me. But there we go. That's a video game thing. Okay. That'll do it. Free liquors. Oh boy. Yes. Played as everything but an Argonian. I've saved a fellow Argonian from a racist in the past, and he gave me drugs. Yes, he did. He did give me an illegal drug. It's true. He's like, I can't be found with this on me. And he gives it to you to prevent it from being found on him when he goes to the infirmary. Oh boy, we actually need to eat something. Let's have a putrid apple. We're gonna have salted fish and an orange. Harpies! Damn. Hit him with Fireball. The blazing emerald of Fireball. Good. That'll do it. Cannon Wars. It seems safer to travel tedious travel than the dice roll. What about the dice roll? The base game, as far as I know, doesn't give you random encounters when you quote-unquote fast travel. What are you talking about exactly? So we've reached this manor. There is nothing here. Oh boy. Yep. It's still the holiday. Okay. Move on over to this region. This region hates me. Oh, there's a nest here. 2 hours away. Oh, the whole disease issue? You know, here's the thing, though. The diseases still compound your... Like, they have compounding detriments that get worse until you just have 0 HP and die. Like, diseases will still kill you over time. It's just you'll notice it happening. And you'll have plenty of opportunities to deal with it on the road. Or at least, you know, to correct course and be like, I gotta go to this other town because my max health is going down. I can't count the number of times I've died from poison during travel, though. Hostile encounter, try to avoid. Very good, we did. Alright. Here we go, we found the dungeon. We're gonna dive in here. And, yeah, there's half-eaten carcasses around. That's great. That sounds exciting. Save it here. Well, I've got a YouTube series with 24 episodes. 26 episodes? Something like that. Of this character. We've done a lot. Oh, boy. I like how I got geared up instantly. There we go. We did it properly. Did I? No, I shoved everything in the wagon. Don't be a stupid, be a smarty. Okay. Let's do that. Grab this dagger as our secondary. In case that dagger breaks, this bow is good. That should do it. Someone's seen the producers and... Okay. Do this, yes. Exactly. Was that a producer's reference? Yes, exactly. Pretty much. I absolutely love that movie. I love satire about Nazis. I don't like Nazis themselves. I like satire Nazis, like Hogan's Heroes and shit like that. Alright, let's see here. Dungon 1. Here we go. Yeah, Mel Brooks is great. Then anchor. Lantern, please. Actually, let's go grab... You said no one knows the difference. A lot of people don't know the difference. they see humor as normalizing, you know, this horrid thing. They don't understand that making a mockery of something, which is terrible, is like one of the best coping mechanisms. And you'll find that actual Nazis are like, actual neo-Nazis are like enraged when you come at them with Nazi satire. They despise it because, you know, it's making a mockery of what they take seriously. Unfortunately, people who are who don't understand how satire works get angry about it. Yes. Anyone with a gun can kill a dictator. It takes a comedian to destroy them forever. Yes. Harpies. Very annoying. Damn it. Get this done right. You said no humor, no intellect. I'm just immediately thinking of the lady who looked into the webcam and unironically said, "My IQ is very high." All right, let's see here. We're gonna use a healing torque one more time. There we go. A torque will eventually break. Like, it won't stick around forever, but Harpies being able to sustain flight? Yeah. I don't know who it is. I don't care. I mean, in my, like, the way my head files these memes, she's in the same category as Leave Britney Alone, crying girl. Alright, let's see here. Oof, we're not going in water. Certainly not. Heard someone talking in the... on like a laugh. I don't base my ideologies or even my opinions around memes. I highly recommend everyone. You said Leave Britney Alone was a dude? My apologies, Con. My apologies. What I saw was a... I could have sworn it was a lady, but I'll take your word for it. I mean, it's fine. It doesn't matter to me. Say it was a dude. Okay. That's fine. There we go. How many wrappings? You don't actually need anything in this dungeon. Oh, Leave Britney Alone was from a gay man? Okay. I can respect that. Someone wants to be effeminate, they can do that. Mechanical Fluff, thanks for subscribing. Yeah, I mean, if a dude wants to be effeminate, that's fine. It's just, you have to understand, I judge books by their cover, okay? You know, you have to correct me in order for me to adjust, in order to adjust. I'm willing to adjust. I'm willing to take your word for it, you know? It's just, at the end of the day, I see something that, you know, it's a pillar of wood with a bunch of green. I'm gonna say, oh, it's a tree, right? And they're like, oh no, that's actually a you know, a fake plant. It's a prop. I'm like, okay, it's a prop. That's great. Like, you've corrected me. I learned. All right. Wait, that isn't a panda? It's actually a raccoon? That's just like a subspecies of raccoon that looks... Okay. There we go. That's fine. You don't think he cares? I'm pretty sure he doesn't, but still. It's kind of good to, you know. Here we go. Backstabbing. Yes, successful backstab. Very good. Back. Here. Leave the red pandas alone. Oh, boy. Red pandas can be very nice or very nasty, and they kind of can move in large communities. Hold on. There's something wrong with it. Yeah, that's right there. That texture line. Rat tried to jump me. Not really here for anything important. Yep. Good, good. Cure poison. Nice. We needed that. Very happy about that. Wait. No. They're in side rooms, I think. Straight ahead. Making video about Blizzard and shenanigans. Well, the problem is that Blizzard has been on like an ongoing train wreck. And some of the things I wanted to talk about are bigger than they were before. And I actually talked with some former Blizzard employees. And I mean recently former. And so it's kind of challenged some of my preconceptions. So I threw out some of the material I had filmed. Because, like, it would have been a disservice to the situation. It would have just been sharing the same inaccurate statements. And I'm like, well, what can I say? We can't use your name. Okay, what can we say about the situation? So, I haven't really... By the time I was getting ready to formulate a new video, my computer went and broke. So, yeah, I just kind of lost the train of thought that I was writing when I was working on that Blizzard video. Trying to get my short blade skill up here. We're not on any specific quest. We're actually traveling, and we saw this dungeon, so we thought, why don't we just raid this dungeon for a bit? Might be fun. Unfortunately, I'm not finding much in the way of loot. This has so far been a money sink. I'm getting a lot of alchemy ingredients. But, yeah. That I must email a ton of people. I deal with emails as a point of work, but, for speaking with certain former Blizzard employees, you have to understand, when I played World of Warcraft, I was in a guild with Blizzard employees, so whilst those aren't the people I was talking to, I met people through them. Yes. I lost my footage? No. No. I got this here little thingamajigger from my old hard drives. I just plugged this into my PC, and it runs my old hard drives. Yeah. I don't use mechanical drives anymore in my PC. They're all SSDs. But I got the old mechanical drives in this little doohickey here. Yeah. I just plug this little base in, and it runs my old drives. How I got the save files for this. Remember, this run started before my computer went bust. So I ended up figure out what we want. Excellent. Lock open. Privateer's Hold, everybody. We're back. It's not real Privateer's Hold. This is just using the Privateer's Hold module. Okay. Let's go down to where the game started. Or at least a copy of where the game started. Keep in mind, this playthrough didn't start there. But it's nice being in an identical module to Privateer's Hold. That's funny. But yeah, so this playthrough I'm playing right now, I started on before the, you say if there's an EMP. How much does contraption cost? You know, like 20 bucks. Yeah, all it is just an enclosure. You plug this into your USB 3 port, and then, whoops, here, hold on. You plug this part into your USB 3 port, and then you plug this into the power, and that's it. It just, you know, and it just runs the hard drives as if they were inside the PC. And so I just went and got the files for this playthrough off of this thing. Yeah. Yep. That if there's an EMP, you have bigger things to worry about than an SSD. Yes, exactly. Oh boy. Yeah. Exactly. If your computer's on, I think everything's gone. Okay. Gotta be in a bunker in the woods. You asked about Daggerfall. Here you go. Just go check out that YouTube link there, and that will give you all the information you need to know. I did a video on it. Okay. It's in an external hard drive dock. Yes, that's what it is. An external hard. It's an external hard drive dock with 2 slots. That's exactly what it is. It's cheap. Yeah, all it does is hook your hard drives into a into USB 3.0 port, and that's it. It runs the actual port runs faster than the hard drives do. They're slow mechanical drives. So yeah, exactly. It turns regular hard drives into external drives. Those were drives that were in my old computer, and it's just like, well, I'm moving to SSDs now. I have an M.2 drive that I'm running the my PC off of, and then I have 3 solid-state drives that are running on SATA. So that's it. Yep. Yeah, USB 3 is plenty fast for an old mechanical that wasn't very fast to begin with. These weren't exactly Raptor drives, if you know what I mean. What? You want cheap Toshiba storage? 1 terabyte? 2 terabytes? Fine. Okay. Damn, that harpy's loud and annoying. Okay, I think we're done here. Barracuda for the Seagate fans. Oh, the only hard drive I ever had that outright like crashed and burned without warning was a Seagate. in my entire history of having hard drives, like we're talking about going back to the early 90s. I was gonna say the 80s, but I was running different stuff back then. Point is, going back all the way to the early 90s. The only hard drive I ever had fail without warning, you know, giving me time to get stuff off of it, was a Seagate. And never had a defrag that lasted more than 12 hours. Hey. Go. Maybe I'm just lucky. Maybe I just had the right hardware at the right time. Yet a Seagate external drive that croaked out. You could still access files of the recovery program, treat it like static storage. Oh, jeez. Terrible. Alright, let's see. You said recent tests you've seen show that Seagate is double the failure rate of HGST or Toshiba. Oh boy. Nice. Okay, this thing we have to activate the altar here. No? No? Gotta be some. Huh. That door opens too and releases a harpy. Damn it. Let me in. Let me in, you bastards. There we go. Nothing? And alchemy. Why is it only alchemy ingredients in this dungeon? I'm gonna have to go to an alchemy vendor to sell all this junk. Yeah, we're kind of done. Let's get out of here. This dungeon is terrible. Teleport me out. Only thing I got from this dungeon was a lot of alchemy ingredients. That is not worth the damage I did to this Daedric dagger. It's worn down now. Okay, what time is it? Go back inside the dungeon and camp for a bit. I'll actually cast light a couple times. There we go. A short blade, running, dodging, stealth. Okay, so go ahead and cast light 2 more times. And rest. To do it, food's getting ripe. That's fine. We'll eat some. Eat some food before it all breaks down. Give me 2 salted fish. 3 salted? Yeah, we can eat 3 salted fish. Alright. We're good. Out and about. It's daytime. Let's head on over to this main city here. Very good. I have had no, other than that one Seagate, in all my years of having computers, going back to the early 90s, I have had no failures without warning. In other words, like the drive would start making a clicking noise, or the operating system would alert me to bad sectors. You know, stuff would happen to give me time to get files off of the drive. The only time I ever had one catastrophic failure that was without warning, it was a Seagate. Yeah. Your 2 longest running drives are Seagate? Hmm. You win some, you lose some. Yeah, exactly. Like how some people say, oh, gigabytes are terrible, and my gigabyte motherboard failed after 2 months or whatever, and then other people are like, I've had gigabyte for 7 years, no problem. Stuff like that. People have continually been arguing to me about the detriments of certain brands. Oh boy. I am glad that I've ditched my physical drives, though. My machine runs a lot faster now. Silicon lottery. Yeah. Much as it sucks for them, one item failing is meaningless statistically. Well, yeah, exactly. True. All I'm saying, like, I've run with multiple Seagate drives over the years, so I'm just saying only one of them failed, and it was the only hard drive that ever failed without giving me warning, so. Usually you'd hear the power cut to the drive, or a clicking noise, something wrong with the header, you know, stuff like that, and you'd be like, well, gotta get your files off of this thing now. You know, or you'd you'd do a scan disk and you'd find a bad sector, like, oh crap, here we go. You know, that has happened. Admittedly, these drives are only supposed to last 5 to 7 years, so knowing that, it's kind of a big deal. Like, maintenance is just normal. Replacing them is just normal. So. I'm gonna go check out a couple more of these things. Yeah, some people have had terrible experience with ASUS or EVGA. Other people swear by them. I've seen no statistics that tell me that any one of though, you know, Gigabyte, EVGA, or ASUS are statistically bad. I've seen no evidence of that. However, ASUS, their customer support is pretty awful. I think that's mainly due to outsourcing to monkeys. Alright. When I say monkeys, I mean people who really don't have any perception of how the hardware works. But, oh, let's buy a casual cloak. Very good. Some arrows, bandages, extra fish. Or, hello, sir, I'd like to sell you some of this fish. Can I do that? Yeah, sell you this putrid apple. I'm sure you'll find it very tasty. And then these old fish, which have been around for a while. I'll sell you them as well. 1 gold apiece, go figure. Yes. They gotta be careful with the new Twitch safety council. Yeah, that's why I had to clarify that, Con. I had to say they outsourced to people who have no comprehension of how the technology works, and yet these are your support staff. That's why I had to clarify. I couldn't just leave that statement hanging. Otherwise, like, oh, that's a racial slur. No, 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 no. No. No, no. Okay, let's go ahead and sell this. 4,000? Sure. All garbage anyway. How to get arrows in this game. You go to shops, you buy them. You get them anywhere from 1 to 20 at a time. You just go from shop to shop. Cities are full of them. Oh god, the City Watch is after me. You see the City Watch just spawn in? oh, hold on. You, in the eyes of the law, you are hated. You see, if you go to YouTube and you watch the first 4 episodes of this series, I may have stolen 20,000 gold worth of goods. And then they may have tried to arrest me. I may have gone to court, and then it said not guilty. I may have then said, it would have said, what do you want? How do you want to convince the court? It's called debate or lie. So I may have clicked the lie option, and I may have then actually been found not guilty of stealing 20,000 gold worth of stuff. Now the law hates me. They're looking to arrest me on charges of criminal conspiracy just for existing in their location. It will take several years for the legal reputation to normalize out of hatred. Assuming I do nothing wrong. The Dirty Priest. Forgot we had a franchise of the Dirty Priest over here. Let's go over to the Thieves Guild. Yeah, that guard popped in just to arrest me on charges of criminal conspiracy. If you reach hated status, the cops will try to bust you on bogus charges just to get you banished from the kingdom forever. And once you're banished, you're banished. You are never allowed back. So, the answer is don't surrender here, or you'll be banished. Hello, sir. Let's get out of here. Hard-boiled detective knew you were guilty but couldn't prove it. Yes, exactly. I've befriended some really nice police officers in the past. Upstanding people. Unfortunately, you don't hear about the thousands of great police officers. You hear about the one guy who goes and uses excessive force, or the one guy who goes and yes, exactly. Or the one guy who goes and you know, uses racism to determine his actions. Is this game better than Fortnite? No, man. You need to go back and play Minecraft. That game's way better than Fortnite. Yes. You got to get the ray tracing too. RTX. We're just gonna run away from those giants. Not stopping. Got to play RTX Minecraft ray tracing. Yes. Did you know it breaks in the Nether and the End? Yes. The law got salty when you passed a court skill check and they want to kill and banish you. Yes. They want to get you out of town forever. Because I'm so hated here. Never thought kids would use a 1080 Ti to play Minecraft. Still struggle on intensive maps? Yes. Well, here's the thing. Minecraft runs way better in the quote-unquote Windows 10 version than it does on the Java version. And that's because Java is garbage for video games. And unfortunately, they've never opened up the they've never actually opened up the Windows 10 version to any kind of real modding. So these great these great advancements with stability and performance are all locked behind a closed version. So when we talk about ray tracing, Minecraft, it's like you said, Java's awesome. It runs everywhere. That's the whole point of it. You run small applications on Java. Is this free? Here you go. Go click that link, YouTube link there, and go watch the video, and it'll, the pinned comment will have the downloads you need and everything. Yep. Okay. Star Sector runs on Java. Ooh, can you crit with spells? Yes. Your spells can be more or less effective based on saving throws and skill checks. Avoid hostile encounter. Yes, successful. Alright, where are we at? Big raid, but God, this place is nothing. This place is literally nothing. Oh, it makes me sad. And if I stick around here long enough, guards will appear from these 4 houses to try to arrest me. Okay, we need to get on into Sentinel. I hate this territory, and we're leaving forever. We're going to the Screaming Rascal Lodge. You know, I've been there before, in real life, the Screaming Rascal Lodge. It was called something else. I think it was Applebee's or whatever. But it definitely matched the description. Ah, it's nighttime now. How cold are we? Warm, lightly dressed, the foggy evening in the tropics. We're in the tropics, okay. Fine. We aren't down south in the Alakir Desert. We're just in the tropics. That's fine. No, you don't, exactly. Applebee's, Wendy's. You want to name all the inns to different things, like different fast food restaurants. Oh boy. Fly here. Well, here's the thing: the Alakir Desert is a literal desert. This is a desert, and it's yeah. Oh boy. Septums. No. I have a Huntsman. So if we are in Sentinel now. Thank goodness. We've arrived. This is a great thing for us. Room for the night. Let's go ahead and head on up. Loop around here. Leap. Cast lighting. Good. And it's 3 a.m. Cast this twice more and rest. Go. 6 a.m. Let's go. We just need to get to the next big city. Wait, no, stop. Hello, sir. Grab me some fowl. Delicious. We're almost done here. We just got to get to the capital. And that's that. Actually, this city will do. 8-hour journey? Okay. We got an 8-hour journey through the wilderness to get to this major city, at which point we will be in Sentinel, and we can start actually looking at housing and things like that. Building a life for ourselves here. We also kind of want to join the local knighthood and ally ourselves with Sentinel against the other powers of the Iliac Bay. We've decided that Sentinel are the people we're going to throw our lot in with. A nice warm tropical area. Yes. I think Sentinel's going to be our home base. We don't know for sure yet, but looks like it. We're going to buy a house and everything. That's the idea. Ah, good to see a friendly face all the way out here. I'm on a pilgrimage throughout all of Sentinel. May Julianos bless you. Oh, so you're a priestess of the god of logic and reason. Well, let me just pick your pocket. Pinch 2 gold pieces. You have a good day, miss. Goodbye. Very good. Yes, you picked the wrong god, exactly. Be on the watch for bears. We've been hunting them for weeks. Desert bears? Where are the desert bears? Where are those sand bears? We're good. It's gonna be a long journey. Yes, it's gonna be a long journey to this particular city, but it'll be in the middle of the desert, and there'll be a lot we can do there. Let's check to see how hot we are. Come to think of it. Alright. Yeah, we're lightly dressed. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're lightly dressed. We aren't too hot at the moment. Yep. There should be house flipping in Daggerfall. Oh boy. Okay. Couple things. Oh. You guys mentioned Star Sector, but when exactly did they have their last update? Let's see. Fallout 4 settlement system. Yeah. Oh boy. Earlier this year? Really? Okay. Well, if it's earlier this year, I'm impressed. I thought it was sometime last year. Alright, stomach rumbles there. Yeah, we're gonna have to something. Oh boy, moldy bread, it's tasty. Okay, salted fish, good to go. Why we stock up on food for our travels. Continuing the journey. That it was at this time last year? Yeah. That's what I thought. I thought, you know, like, wait a second. Are you refactoring huge amounts of code, or is development stalled? Are you trying to implement systems that are... Wait, hold on. Let's go grab a bunch of alchemy ingredients here. Just gonna dive in here and grab a bunch of crops. This Argonian totally works here. Don't worry about it. I am not stealing everything in this farm. Certainly not. Okay. That's in keeping with the normal schedule. Nothing unusual there. It's sporadic. Okay. That's fine. I paid no attention to the ongoing development, other than, oh, there's an update. Oh, there's another update. I do not engage with the community, nor do I follow trends or, you know, what the developer is thinking or speaking about. Okay. Yeah, there's a bit of water around here. I think they specifically put the farm there because there's a little oasis going on. That's not realistic. Doesn't matter. Fantasy world, fantasy pools of water. Alright. He's refining lines of code, making ship modules, and writing the main quest of the game. Okay. That's fine. Yes, Argonians do better in warm... Red Guards and Argonians do better in warm temperatures, according to the mod. Whereas, like, Nords overheat more easily. Metalsmith. Very good. Portable sun. Sounds terrible. By those, you can confirm your Khajiit character is suffering. Well, yeah, I mean, they're all furry. Warm sands and all that. Good. Alchemistry. We'll go there. Hello, sir. Mr. Alchemist. I need to sell you all the stuff I totally didn't steal from a local farm. Let's see. That would be all of this. But not the ghoul tongue. There we go. None of it is stolen. All of this is fine. Paid with a letter of credit. Wait, did you just pay me with a letter of credit worth 794 gold? Oh, dear me. Oh, dear me. Okay. Let's see here. Salted fish. Okay, let's go to the bank. Thing's gonna bounce, don't trust him. Alright, this is pretty good. Okay, we're gonna save the game here because we managed to get our way to Sentinel. We managed to get our way to a major city in Sentinel. This is great. I'm very happy about this. We'll have to figure out what we want to do next time, but